Did you know that one man transformed India's scientific landscape and became a beloved president? Meet Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, India's missile man and people's president. Born on October 15, 1931, in Ramaswaram, he rose from humble beginnings to shape the nation's future. Abdul Kalam was an aerospace scientist who dedicated decades to India's defense and space programs. He played a vital role in missile development, working with organizations like DRDO and ISRO. Notably, he oversaw India's Pokhran-2 nuclear tests in 1998. His relentless pursuit of knowledge and innovation earned him numerous awards, including the Bharat Ratna. In 2002, he was elected as the President of India, becoming the first scientist to hold the position. Earning the title, People's President, he advocated for youth empowerment and dreamt of transforming India into a knowledgeable superpower by 2020. After his presidency, Kalam continued to inspire through teaching and writing. His books, like Wings of Fire and India 2020, empowered countless individuals. He met with students and engaged with them, encouraging them to chase their dreams. On July 27, 2015, during a lecture at IIM Shillong, Kalam's life came to an unexpected end. His passing left a void felt throughout India and beyond. Thousands honored him, and his burial in Ramaswaram was met with full state honors, symbolizing his lasting impact. Abdul Kalam's legacy goes beyond his scientific contributions. He inspired unity and interfaith respect, believed in the power of spirituality, and emphasized dialogue among different traditions. His birthday is now celebrated as World Students' Day in India. Memorials have been built in his honor, reflecting his significant influence on India's progress. From institutions named after him to a documentary film about his life, his spirit continues to inspire generations. As Kalam famously said, "Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action." So, let his life motivate you to dream big and strive for a brighter future. Join the movement to honor his work by sharing his message. Let's ignite the passion for knowledge and progress, just as Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam did. What will you do today to contribute to the legacy of this remarkable man? Start your journey now. Early life and career. Kalam was born in a small village in India to a family that was once wealthy but is now poor. His family owned a fishing boat. He was the youngest of 5 children. Although he didn't have much money, Kalam worked hard to go to school and learn. He studied to become an engineer, an expert in flying machines and space. In 1958, he joined an Indian organization specializing in defense and technology. Later, in 1969, he began working for the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. He was in charge of a major project to build India's first satellite launching rocket, called SLV-3. In 1980, this rocket launched a satellite called Rohini into orbit, bringing pride to India in space science. Kalam contributed to the development of more rockets and space technology, which helped India advance its space exploration. Missile program. Kalam returned to DRDO in 1982. There, he planned a project to manufacture special guided missiles capable of hitting targets with precision. One of the missiles they manufactured was called Agni, India's first medium-range missile. It was based on ideas from an earlier space rocket and was first launched in 1989. Another missile they manufactured was called Prithvi, which could be launched from the ground to hit surface targets. Nuclear tests. From 1992 to 1999, Kalam was scientific advisor to India's defense minister and subsequently served as principal scientific advisor, 1999 to 2001, to the government, holding the rank of cabinet minister. During this period, he played a key role in the militarization of the government's missile systems, giving India nuclear capabilities. In 1998, He was one of the main coordinators of the Pokhran II nuclear test series, in which 5 bombs were detonated at a test range in the town of Pokhran, Rajasthan state. His prominent role in the country's nuclear weapons tests cemented India as a nuclear power and established Kalam as a national hero, although the tests caused widespread concern in the international community. In 1998, Kalam unveiled a national plan called Technology Vision 2020, which he described as a roadmap for transforming India from a less developed to a developed society within 20 years. Among other measures, the plan called for increasing agricultural productivity, emphasizing technology as a vehicle for economic growth, and expanding access to healthcare and education. Presidency. In 2002, India's leaders elected a man named Kalam to become the country's new president. Although Kalam was a Muslim, the ruling party at the time, the NDA, supported him because they liked him. The main opposition party, the Indian National Congress, also believed he would make a good president. Kalam won the majority of the votes and became India's 11th president in July 2002. Being president is generally a special and respectful position, not an everyday job. He ended his term in 2007 and was replaced by Pratibha Patil, who became the first woman to become President of India. Legacy. He also wrote books to share his ideas and experiences. One of his famous books is titled Wings of Fire, and another, Ignited Minds. He received numerous awards and honors for his work, including some of the most important in India. Numerous roads, buildings, and places have been named in his honor. For example, a missile testing site was renamed Abdul Kalam Island. Scientists also named a tiny bacterium found in space, Solobacillus calami, after him. On July 27, 2015, while giving a speech at a school, Dr. Kalam suffered a sudden fall and, shortly after, died of cardiac arrest. After leaving his government job, Dr. Kalam wanted to help India become a strong and developed country through science and technology. He taught at numerous universities and helped found a special school called the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. He loved talking to children and went out of his way to inspire and encourage them to learn and dream big. Inspirational and motivational quotes by A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts result in action. Determination is the power that sees us through all our frustration and obstacles. It helps in building our willpower, which is the very basis of success. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Be active. Take on responsibility. Work for the things you believe in. If you do not, you're surrendering your fate to others. The best brains of the nation may be found on the last benches of the classroom. Life is a difficult game. You can win it only by retaining your birthright to be a person. When you look at the light bulb above you, you remember Thomas Alva Edison. When the telephone bell rings, you remember Alexander Graham Bell. Marie Curie was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize. When you see the blue sky. A dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that does not let you sleep. It is very easy to defeat someone, but it is very hard to win someone. Don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fail in the second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just luck. Thinking is the capital, enterprise is the way, hard work is the solution. Man needs difficulties in life because they are necessary to enjoy success. Be active. Take on responsibility. Work for the things you believe in. If you do not, you're surrendering your fate to others. Failure will never overtake me if my definition of success is strong enough. You see, God helps only people who work hard. That principle is very clear. Building capacity dissolves differences. It irons out inequalities. We are all born with a divine fire in us. Our efforts should be to give wings to this fire and fill the world with the glow of its goodness. Once your mind stretches to a new level, it never goes back to its original dimension. To succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces: desire, belief, and expectation. If you want to leave your footprints on the sands of time, do not drag your feet. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. A big shot is a little shot who keeps on shooting, so keep trying. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Those who cannot work with their hearts achieve but a hollow, half-hearted success that breeds bitterness all around. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. Let us sacrifice our today so that our children can have a better tomorrow. We should not give up, and we should not allow the problem to defeat us. Man needs his difficulties because they are necessary to enjoy success. As a child of God, I am greater than anything that can happen to me. To become unique, the challenge is to fight the hardest battle that anyone can imagine until you reach your destination. Small aim is a crime. India has to be transformed into a developed nation, a prosperous nation, and a healthy nation, with a value. I am not handsome, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. Because beauty is required in the heart, not in the face. Sometimes, it's better to bunk a class and enjoy it with friends, because now, when I look back, marks never make me laugh, but memories do. Behind the parents stands the school, and behind the teacher, the home. God has not promised skies always blue, flower-strewn pathways all our life through. God has not promised sun without rain, joy without sorrow, peace without pain. When your hopes and dreams and goals are dashed, search among the wreckage. You may find a golden opportunity hidden in the ruins. The youth need to be enabled to become job generators from job seekers. We will be remembered only if we give to our younger generation a prosperous and safe India, resulting from economic prosperity coupled with civilizational heritage. He who knows others is learned, but the wise one is the one who knows himself. Learning without wisdom is of no use. You cannot change your future. You can change your habits. And surely your habits will change your future. I have repeatedly seen how people are poor at articulating what they want, until they see a work center doing something they don't want them to do. See the flower, how generously it distributes perfume and honey. When its work is done, it falls away quietly. Try to be like the flower, unassuming despite all its qualities. There are boundaries that dictate life. You can only lift so much weight. You can only learn so fast. You can only work so hard. You can only go so far. Within the mind are all the resources required for successful living. Ideas are present in the consciousness, which, when released and given scope to grow and take shape, can lead to successful events. The ignited mind of the youth is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth and under the earth. The sweetness we taste in a piece of sugar is neither a property of the sugar nor a property of ourselves. We are producing the experience of sweetness in the process of interacting with the sugar. There seems to be an attitude problem, as if we cannot shake ourselves out of a mindset of limited achievement. I reminded myself that the best way to win was to not need to win. The best performances are accomplished when you are relaxed and free of doubt. If we are not free, no one will respect us. Be more dedicated to making solid achievements than in running after swift but synthetic happiness. Above all things, reverence yourself. Before God trusts you with success, you have to prove yourself humble enough to handle the big prize. Wisdom is a weapon to ward off destruction. It is an inner fortress that enemies cannot destroy. Knowledge cannot be taken away from anyone except by obsolescence. War is never a lasting solution to any problem. One lesson that every nation can learn from China is to focus more on creating village-level enterprises, quality health services, and educational facilities. Look at the sky. We are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best to those who dream and work. If a country is to be corruption-free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are three key societal members who can make a difference. They are the father, the mother, and the teacher. The purpose of education is to make good human beings with skill and expertise. Enlightened human beings can be created by teachers. If four things are followed: having a great aim, acquiring knowledge, hard work, and perseverance, then anything can be achieved. My message, especially to young people, is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that they must work towards. This is my message to the young people. To see more inspiring videos, subscribe to the channel, like and share in the comments, and tap the bell icon.
Welcome to our channel. Disclaimer: this channel does not promote any illegal activities, and all contents in this channel is for educational purposes only. Our channel based videos promoting for educational tutorials, famous quotes of the world, biological, historical, and geographical facts, genius stories, and biography. Please follow or subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more videos. Thank you.